Hello, this is Kirsten with Field Farm and Forest. It's cold outside. It's winter, it's snowing. What are you doing today? I'm gonna make some yogurt. Now I've been making yogurt since we got goats when Amanda was little and allergic to cow's milk. So I've been making yogurt a long time. But mostly since then, I've been using store-bought milk. I'll buy, a gallon of organic whole milk, and that's what I've been making yogurt with for years. So I kind of got into a complacency that I was good at making yogurt. And then when we got our cow, and now that we're with a herd share, raw milk yogurt is a lot different. And it's taken me a while to kind of perfect the art. And then when you get out of it, you kind of forget about the nuances of making yogurt. So today, I'm gonna walk through making yogurt step by step. So I just took it out of the fridge. You can see the cream is separated from the milk, so I'm gonna shake that up. Now, because raw milk is filled with enzymes and beneficial bacteria, it's not like that sterile playing field you begin with store-bought milk, pasteurized milk. So I am going to bring this milk up to 180 degrees to eliminate the competitive bacteria that overpowers my yogurt culture, because yogurt cultures are a little bit sensitive and delicate, and they need a chance to grow. So I've done it a couple different ways. One is you put it on the stove and you bring it up to 180 degrees. Now, the longer that you hold it at 180 degrees, the better. The suggested overall is about 30 minutes. That gets tedious just standing there babysitting milk to make sure it stays at the proper temperature. So I kind of found a cheater method. I'm going to use my sous vide. Now I have two sous vides. One is a Nova and the other is a Jewel. The Jewel, I think, is my favorite. The way the Anovo is made, you have to have so much water in the container that it shuts off fast. The Jewel sits farther down into whatever container you're using and doesn't shut off. And the difference between the Jewel and the Lenovo is the Jewel needs to have internet. So when we were just out at the farm with no internet, that's when I got the Anovo. And it worked. Just have to keep track of it a little better. Another thing with the Jewel is you have to have an app. So it's connecting. I'm going to start it. Now I want it at 180 degrees. And it's not going to do anything, honestly, because there's no water in there. I'm just filling it with tap water. It's probably about 118, 120 degrees. The Jewel says it's at 114. I just put the water level up to over where the milk is. Now I'll leave this sit a couple hours anyway, because the longer it's held at 180, the better the yogurt comes out. So we're off to the farmer's market. So as you can see, this is 180 degrees, and it's been 180 degrees for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. I don't know how long it takes for the center of this to get 180 degrees. So I'm going to turn it off and let it cool down to 110 degrees. We'll be back. So I've been waiting for this to cool down to be about 115, 110 degrees. And I think it's pretty much there. So that's the milk ready. I took out a yogurt from my last batch. And it's a very good yogurt. It was nice and solid. You could tell the microbes did their thing. So I'm going to use this as a base for the next one. Look at the cream on top. That's kind of the hazards of whole milk. So my jars spent half hour maybe in a 170 degree oven, and that helps to sanitize them so there's no other microbes in there to compete with the yogurt culture. And my lids, I don't put them in the oven, but I do spray them with Clorox and let them sit for a few minutes and then rinse them off. So my first action is to put some yogurt in each jar. So up a little bit. I put probably about 1/4 cup in each jar. My 1 gallon usually makes about 5 quarts. So I just pour a little bit of milk in the bottom, stir in the culture. Fill it up. Lid on it. So this is where I put in water. I want to be about 110 degrees. And it's currently at 103. That's where we ended up before we turned it on. So now I'm going to set my temperature for 110 degrees and go ahead and start it. And then we leave it at 110 degrees for 24 hours. It'll be really tart, but there'll be no lactic acid left in it. So anybody who's allergic to lactose will be able to eat this yogurt. So I'll see you when it's done. So it's been 24 hours since these were put in here, and I'm gonna stop the Jewel. They're pretty firm. I'm gonna stick them in the fridge and we'll look at them in a little bit. Well, this yogurt has had a chance to sit in the fridge and it's time for breakfast. Let's take a look at it. It's super thick. It's just like Greek yogurt, except there is that cream on top. Okay, you can see it melted as butter. Oh my gosh, so yummy. I usually have my breakfast with my yogurt with a little bit more. Here we go. This is how I usually have my yogurt. Either put a little bit of granola on it or some Cheerios. I usually add a little coconut sugar or some raw sugar. Got a little bit of raw sugar today. And then I like to top it off with a little cacao powder. And that's breakfast. Thanks for watching. This is Kirsten with Field, Farm, and Forest. I appreciate you being here. Like, subscribe, share, and thank you for watching my video on raw milk yogurt. See you later.